when you don't talk about certain things. Like, think of like the taboo subjects in life, not just business, in life. We got religion, politics, and money, really.
Yeah, sex, money, religion, I'd probably say.
Sex, money, religion.
Politics too, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we're in a hell of a political year. So,
Yeah.
although now with social media, I think it's becoming more and more transparent into who backs what, things like that. And I bet if you asked Facebook, they could pinpoint who you voted for, just kind of based on your selections. But a lot of these topics that we're not supposed to talk about in real life, we also kind of take into business and say, well, we shouldn't talk about these things because it might offend people, right? We shouldn't talk about what something costs, but in reality, a business is all about transactions.
Yeah.
So what happens? Well, why does a business not talk about price or their process and like show behind the scenes stuff?
If I had to imagine like right off the bat, I think that the reason why people don't talk about it is because there's an idea that if I put it out there, then someone's going to copy it. If I put it out there, then someone's going to undercut me. If I put it out there, there's something that I'm giving up I'm going to lose that comparative advantage.
And what's funny is if you ask, what percentage of the contractors that we talk to, Chris, that I say, is price your biggest asset when it comes to getting a sale? What percent would say yes?
I would say 0.
0.
Yeah, everyone always says, I'm not the cheapest guy.
Correct. And so it's funny that they know it, and with us, they lean into it. But as soon as it turns around that they're supposed to go against other competitors or whatever it is, the first thing they shy away from is price, because they go, well, what if my competitors... It's the same thing when I hear guys complain like, well, I lost 2 guys last month. Well, they went to go work for a competitor for $1 an hour more. Chris, for you, if I paid you $1 an hour, you were on commission, but if you said, Logan, I make $500 per deal, but I'm leaving to go to a different place where I make $510 per deal. Is it really because you want the extra $1 or the extra $10 in this case, or is there something else going on?
There's definitely something else going on. And then the reality is, that idea of just a price and that frustration piece is so real. I just went out yesterday, went house hunting, bought a house yesterday in this situation, and I love the idea of the ease of it. I didn't have to feel like I did a new development, a new build, and it already kind of had a price, right? Yeah, I could maybe negotiate maybe more amenities that I wanted, but it already had a price on it. And I didn't have to think about, oh, is this guy, am I paying too much for this? Is it too much for what I wanted to be? The frustration there was gone. The frustration there was only the frustration that I put on myself to just say, I need to select which one is the best for me. And so when people have this price idea, saying that I don't want to include my price on something, like, I think you fail to recognize who you're really hurting, and that's your customer.
The number one fear that everybody has is the fear of getting taken advantage of. This is why we look at sleazy salesmen, as we call it, like used car salesmen. Like I bought a car a year ago, and it was a very straightforward transaction. Look, was there stuff that they throw in? I don't know, like on the price, maybe. I'm not one of those guys that I'm not going to like line by line go, well, where are you making your money? Like that kind of stuff, because like I realize that some of those things might be the only way that they actually will be able to like eat. Like they need to throw in the $100 extra upcharge, whatever it is, because that's how they make their money, because they don't actually make it on the car itself. And like, maybe that's like the game for them. I don't know. But either way, somebody helped me with the car. I was cool with it. I paid them. But we're all so afraid to get taken advantage of that we look down on, all these things that like have anything to do with money. But then we turn around and we say, well, we're not going to show our customers our prices. But then the customer now feels, well, what if they take advantage of me? So by putting a number out there and this is all, just so you know right now, this is all just price that we're talking about, because this is realistically, I don't think anybody has any hesitation of showing their process. I don't think anybody has any hesitation of showing like, your design skills, if that's a question that you get. But I think everybody's afraid to put out price. So you have to understand and recognize that if you present price first, if you present this stuff up front, they're going to feel more at ease with you because they now know, okay, there's actually a rhyme or reason behind the price that they just quoted me. They didn't pull out of thin air, because I hear a lot of people when they do price, when they say price, if they're a contractor that says it over the phone and not in like a proposal or an estimate that they email out, if they say it over the phone, they don't sound confident. And when you don't sound confident, it sounds like you're making up a number. And it sounds like when you make it up a number, the homeowner's going to go, well, you're probably doing this number to try to quote unquote rip me off if you don't already have a relationship with them.
Yeah.
So by having these things up front and addressing them before they're actually objections, whether it's online or in some other medium, you're going to have to do this, and it's going to actually help you in the long run, not hurt you.